Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the January 6th, 2025 workshop. Would you all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. First thing is we have a resolution authorizing a bank account for the Sheriff's Office. Mr. Dobry, come on down for reimbursements and fees.
This resolution is to authorize a bank account for the Sheriff's Office for the reimbursement of fees. What we set this up as is basically like a petty cash type checking account where it's funded from the general fund, and then as it's spent down, it can be refunded, refilled when necessary. It's to repay fees that have been paid for service that was unable to be served, for papers and things that were unable to be served. We looked at it, and this is, I think, the cleanest and easiest way to do it, and at the advice of our auditor, this is the best way to make sure that everything's hitting our books, and also that people can be paid back these reimbursements in a reasonable time.
So this will be a very minimal checking account then?
Exactly,
basically.
yeah.
What will the balance be?
$1,000. It's funded with $1,000.
So $1,000, we just let it
and
go
then it'll
down,
go down, and then when
okay.
what I don't know exactly what threshold they want, but when the Sheriff's Office requests us to refund it, we'll refund it back up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
All right. Sounds good. Do you guys have any questions on that? No, I don't. Questions? Okay. All right. We'll take care of it tomorrow. All right. Thank you, Robert. Miss Kelly, I see you walk in. I'll get you. Looks like you have the whole agenda.
I'm sorry.
So
I was holding it all for the new year.
let's start with item number 1. With an MOU
Yes, sir.
for the Child Care Assistance Program?
Yes, so this is a
All right.
CCAP MOU, which is really extending the term of the first MOU. And then it's going to try to eliminate the requirement of an annual reaffirmation. So typically that MOU has come in front of you all to reaffirm that we will run the CCAP program locally for the state. And so the reason for the extension is all of the new legislation, some of the audit findings, all of the things happening with CCAP. That's why they're wanting to extend this MOU. It's really basic. Mr. Tarnowski reviewed it, said it was the most basic MOU he's ever seen. That could be an overstatement, but
Is this something that will come in DocuSign after its
Yes.
approval?
yes,
Okay. So be watching for that one,
yes.
along with the PII that I keep denying.
Which one's the PII?
Oh, that's not you. That's public health. Never mind. Never mind.
Mike.
Sorry. Wrong
Which-
agency, wrong department.
I keep yelling at them because they actually have already sent this one to you. And I said,
Yeah.
again, our process is this. Please
Mhm.
undo that.
Yeah.
They don't listen.
Okay.
So I will get that out this week. Well, after tomorrow. So
Yeah.
I'll let them know that you will vote on it tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Next one, the senior service substitute cook contract.
Yes. So this is the contract. Yes, that one. This is really a contractor contract. What this is for senior services in Cortez. What happens is we have a cook that's full-time, that's cooking between 80 and 100 meals a day. When that cook calls out or is sick, we have to have somebody in the kitchen. I cannot substitute and cook. That is not in my box of tools. It's also not in Carmen's box of tools. And so what I would like to do is get a couple of folks who are willing to be substitute cooks so that, number one, if our cook decides to go on vacation, we can plan to have a cook in and pay them a daily rate like for the whole day. They're not employees, they're contractors, and it would be a fixed rate. And that way we've had this come up several times. We have a woman
Sure.
who has done it about 4 times already since I have been managing it. She definitely wants to be paid. And I said, I think that's fair. We couldn't do it without you. We'd have to cancel all of these. We'd have to just cancel the food for that day. So this is a solution that will also allow us to pre-plan. So hopefully nothing becomes an emergency.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I don't have any issues at all, and it's pretty inexpensive. I mean,
Short of calling DoorDash, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no issues with this at all. Commissioner, do you have anything?
No, I don't.
Okay.
We need to do something.
Yeah, because people are going to get sick, they're going to go on vacation, they're going to.
It happens,
Life
yeah.
just happens.
Yeah, and I
period.
think the cooks in Mancus and Dolores might want to partake in that, but I would love to pre-plan as much as possible, because even with being out ill, it's been a nightmare. I mean, we're there at 6, we're trying to finagle and figure things out. This will be a nice way for us to
How
have.
is our cook in Dolores working out?
Good,
Good?
I think. I think things are going well. She's getting to know the people and they seem happy,
Good.
so.
All right. Very good. All right. The next one. Do you have any questions on that one? Okay.
I don't.
Okay. All right. The next one is the Rocky Mountain Health Foundation grant submission form.
Yeah, so this is what they call a simple gift from Rocky Mountain Health Plan. They do fund aging programs. I am looking to write this for $10,000. I plan to meet with one of their representatives. They also have a 3-year cyclical grant that I think would probably be more appropriate for senior services. It doesn't open till the fall, so I'm hoping that I can apply for this one for general operating, no match, nothing required like that. And then apply for the 3-year cycled one in the fall. And that is specific to meals and foods for vulnerable aging adults.
Good.
Question? I mean, this just helps. It's one more that we didn't have through AAA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have enough there, so this
Yeah.
is
Okay.
filling some gaps, hopefully.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. The next one is the Anschutz Family Foundation grant.
Yeah, so this is a grant we haven't applied for historically. It is also a general operating grant. They work with aging population. We can ask for this for general operating. If we receive this, we can get it 2 years in a row, and then we have to take a year off. But this could be a nice funding source for us for senior services every 2 years. Same thing, no match, nothing like that required.
Are these super competitive grants, or are they just kind of like here, everybody?
Yes and no. Rocky Mountain is pretty liberal. It's not super competitive. And it's easier. The Anschutz Foundation, it's a foundation, so it's not super competitive, but foundations tend to be picky, so it's about relationships. And they've funded some programs in Montezuma County, but they're not the same as state, for sure.
Yeah.
State contracts.
Okay. Very good. All right, moving along to the MoCo Transportation reps. We saw all your pictures.
Yep, this was just mostly so you could see what was happening.
Is that the actual color, the purple and the blue?
That's MoCo's logo.
All right.
So we are going with the bottom one, not option 1, but option 2, and that matches the van wraps. But I wanted you all to see what they were going to look like. They're going to be nice.
Is there anything on the back or just the sides?
Just the sides.
Just the sides, okay. Question?
No,
Gosh, we'll finally get them all wrapped?
Every one of them.
Every one of them?
Yep.
And we'll be able to stay within that $15,000 that
Yes.
It was right at 15,000,
Yeah,
right?
15,000.
Okay.
that second one is easier to read.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we picked it. We thought it was easier to read. You could really
Oh,
see
yeah.
more clearly what it is.
Easier.
So we liked that one.
No, I agree. I think it is easier,
Yeah.
definitely easier to read.
It's better. It's good.
Perfect.
That's it.
All
Great.
right. Well, that was super quick,
Efficient.
efficient. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Kelly.
Do I have to be here tomorrow?
No, ma'am.
No.
Okay. It's like I have a doctor's appointment.
You do
so-
not. We'll go through them all.
Great.
Obviously, we had no questions today, so I don't think we're going to have any tomorrow.
Great. If you do.
Other than we're staying within the $15,000 for the wraps, which
Yeah.
which is all we had
Yeah.
approved previously anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that hasn't shifted. I just really wanted you all to be able to see what we picked out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Thanks.
All right, next we have discussion related to Resolution 2015. What are your guys' thoughts? Again, like I've said, it doesn't matter. This is a statement, one way or another. It can be here, it doesn't have to be here. Doesn't mean that we're gonna, we still have to look at everything that comes in front of us. So,
To me,
I'm
the
good with-
resolution sort of narrows our options. You know, at one time, we were looking at all in, everything. And some of the things that are left out, one of them that was particularly, to me, left out was nuclear energy, which to me is a clean energy. I know it hasn't been adopted by all the above, but it's kind of we do all of this anyway. And I think we need to remove it and get it out of the way.
yeah, like I said, to me, I'll go with whatever you guys want, because it doesn't mean anything.
What do you think, Gerald?
Commissioner?
Well, the only problem I see with that whole thing right there, to me, is the way that thing is written, where you're approving it to go on ag land. If you do a high impact permit to put them out there, and a special use permit, with a special use permit, that right goes away when that facility goes away. If you have that resolution and you're letting them put that on there, to me, that bypasses your special use permit.
A resolution
Because
does not
it's okay to
create
be
any
on the ag
loopholes.
land.
Yeah,
It's already okay to be on the ag land according to this. You see, that's where I have a problem with it.
yeah,
Because
I
to
guess,
me,
I just
would-
want to make it,
And I don't know if legally, if I'm stating that correctly, but to me, when you have that resolution and it's okay to be on the ag land, and you do the high impact permit and put it out there, it doesn't need a special use permit, because you've already
That's-
okayed it to be on ag
that's
land.
not correct.
Well,
That's not correct, because
I
that
think
would
legally
then
you'd
leave
have
this as a
hard
loophole,
argument against
which was
that.
what
Yeah.
everybody's concern was. It was a loophole, which is not a loophole to the land use code. So
Yeah,
if we want to rescind it, it's fine. Like I said, one way or another, it
That way
was a
it just
statement.
cleans it up, there's no impediments, it's over and done with. And we still
Which we-
do all of this work. I mean,
Yeah, we have to go through the process
Right.
anyway.
Yeah, I guess from my perspective or my input on this issue would be, we have the land use code, and this isn't part of the land use code, but it's ultimately up to the board to read how the land use code and how resolutions like this work together. It's certainly, what this resolution actually says is that the board is committed to encouraging and promoting the growth of all forms of renewable energy development within Montezuma County. I think what that means is really up to the board to decide. And to the extent the board wants to communicate its relationship with renewable energy differently, I think the board could rescind this resolution or amend it or pass a different one. Those are all options available to the board. I don't think this binds the board from my perspective.
It doesn't bind the board because it was just a statement at that point in time, but I agree with Commissioner Lindsay. The real opportunity that we need to be looking at is nuclear power. And I know that's going to bring a whole nother conversation, and it'll bring a bigger group of people, because when you say the word nuclear, it's worse than a four-letter word,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think, which it doesn't have to be, but that's obviously not in here either. So either way, to me, it doesn't bind us as a board. I think that we're going to look at all of the productive ag land, and I don't think that any of us want any productive ag land to be out of process or out of existence, I guess what I should say. So this doesn't bind us to that either. So, like I said, when we make a decision tomorrow, either way, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Good with that?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, moving right along. 2025 organization of the board. Travis, do you have those? You
Commissioners,
have-
this is just something we do every year. We have to do it every year, particularly as it relates to the chairman. But these are the current positions and boards that each one of you gentlemen sit on. We also have to have a legal publication, which currently is just the Journal at this point in time. And we also post the location of our public notices.
Okay.
So if you gentlemen if you guys want to change any of this, let me know. But we do, the first meeting, we definitely have to have a chairman appointed.
Are you guys all good with all the committees you're sitting on? Or do you want to change any of them?
We left the committees the same as last year because we made some changes last year, and you gentlemen are just in your first year of those committees, so. But if you want to change, let us know and we can make those changes.
Okay.
And we obviously don't have to keep the chair, vice chair, or chairman of deeds. I mean, we can move those around too if you guys want to, at any time. Those are not. So, whatever you guys want to do.
Let's get sworn in first, how's that?
Well, just so you know, Commissioners, by statute, the first meeting of the year, we have to have a chairman appointed.
Okay.
So that's by statute.
All right.
Like next Tuesday at 10 o'clock?
Yeah, next Tuesday, 10 o'clock.
Okay. Okay, all right.
Schedule.
2025 schedule.
And gentlemen, this is just the schedule for next year. Obviously, it is subject to change based upon needs of the community, needs of the board. We have to have special meetings. Road and Bridge, obviously, these are department head presentations to the BOCC and the dates of our meetings. So again, it's subject to change, but just wanted to put this out there for you gentlemen to have.
I looked it over. I think all of the CCI, all of the NACO stuff was captured. Looking at the calendars that I have, I didn't see anything that we had forgotten. Did you guys? Or that we
No.
needed to add?
I didn't see anything.
I mean, it looks good. Like you said, it's subject to change. If something else comes up, it's subject to change.
Yes, sir.
Because all of our meetings, we have to have them posted anyway. Okay.
Correct.
Anything else on that one?
No,
Okay,
I didn't see anything.
okay. All right, good enough. All right, and then lastly, we have a discussion on a resolution for additional fiscal constraints for the sheriff's office. You want to bring that up, Travis? Tyson, do you want to, or I thought Tyson, Steve, Wanda, Kendall? Come on down. Vicky, gosh, as I start looking around, I'm seeing more people out there. Okay. Good afternoon. All right. So this is in on December 31st, late afternoon. Steve, you sent us a basically an email which was resending everything that you had done on October 31st. So if there's something else that you want to add to that, now would be the time to add to that.
I'm just asking for the change of the contact person to be the administrative assistant, Kendall Allen, since she's dealing with those budgets every day, where we are not. And because of our resources, they're limited. Both Tyson and I will be covering shifts, both detective and patrol, and that's the reason why. That's all there is. That was just a request that she be the contact person, liaison.
Okay.
And we've had a meeting this morning that they all are in agreement with this. So we're just asking for that to be changed to Kendall Allen for a contact.
So pull that back up, Travis, please.
The resolution?
Yeah, well, no, this was the October 31st. Okay. Rob, do you have anything else to add to this? Is that?
No, there we go. I just want to make sure that we know who to contact to and that there's long-term stability in that as opposed to changing on a month-to-month basis or anything like that. That's my main concern there, and I think that's also, not to speak for the commissioners, but I think that's their concern as well.
Yeah, I think that was specifically our concern, was that, you know, the way the October 31st came out was that it was Tyson and or the designees along with you, which you've been in these meetings the entire time. This kind of took us by surprise. It was like, hey, we're removing Tyson from this, and now it sounded like a new command staff was going to be appointed, so we were going to have to, you know, move to a different situation. So is there a way you can, I guess we can use this meeting as clarification to that it's just Kendall now is 100% the liaison, so she's going to be the one reporting to Rob. Rob will report to her.
Because
Okay.
everything else is the same, except for Wanda Martin will be retiring and she'll be gone. So this is the new command staff that we have right now. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And we all are involved with everything.
And then for budgeting, when we're budgeting for 2026, which is going to start sooner than later, we will be working with the full command staff and
Yes.
make sure that we're having all of the detail in the budgeting. Okay.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Okay, so that,
That's all it is, just a
Okay.
name change.
okay,
Yep.
Good.
all right. Good enough? Okay. Well, then maybe we just hold that resolution for now, Travis?
Yeah, I would recommend holding it for now.
Okay.
I guess our biggest concern is we don't want this to happen again in 2 months and we're back in square one. Like, we can't go down the same path that we did last year. That's
Correct.
period.
And I
mean,
think,
there's just no way.
I think everybody looking at us up here realizes that that's not the path we want to go down again, ever. Okay. So I would say the direction would be hold it at this point in time. We know who the liaison is, and it's Kendall. Wanda's leaving us shortly, I guess.
Well, don't jump
So-
up and dance, okay?
She's already done that. She's already done that, yeah.
You're good with that, Rob? Okay. All right, then. We'll put that on hold.
Thank you all.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Actually, we don't have anything else. You guys have anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, then, Steve, you have time to get to your court date.
Thank you.
We are adjourned. Thank you all.